Hello, this is John McBrearty, and I'm coming to you today to share my next series of books. This is Memoirs from Operation Iraqi Freedom. During our deployment to Iraq, I kept scrupulous notes in an ongoing combat journal and our day-to-day activities. And that is basically what this series is about. There's going to be one volume released every month in the year 2026, leading up to July 4th, in honor of our nation's 250th birthday. So, the first in the series is From Home to Hell. And just as the name implies, From Home to Hell, it's about a National Guard battalion that gets called up, mobilized, trained. Fort Lewis, Washington, Yakima, Washington, National Training Center, Fort Irwin, and then eventually to Kuwait to stage their equipment. That's as far as that first book goes, and man, I'll tell you, we had some long days, a lot of long days, long hours, and transitional training to motorized infantry was quite a chore. And the next in the series is First Day, First Firefight, and as that name implies, on the very first day we got orders. We went north over the berm, out of Kuwait into Iraq, headed north up to our forward operating bases. We got hit like immediately, which was not unexpected in southern Iraq, but it did. So that book puts you inside a soldier's head, a citizen soldier's head. How we react under fire for the first time, engage with the enemy. Fascinating read. The next in the series is on patrol in Iraq, and it's just as the name implies. We cover the executive officer of the battalion goes out on foot patrol with the troops. And they're doing cordon searches, they're doing raids, checkpoints. They did tower missions, entry point security. And it's interesting to get a perspective on how a citizen soldier conducts himself in that environment. So you find out a lot about what we actually did in the war. The next up is the burden of command. And that's my personal story. As a acting battalion commander in charge of had 1,000 soldiers, 2 of them were killed in action under my watch. And that tells my story and some of the mental anguish that I went through and still go through to this day. But for myself, the written word and sharing my stories is cathartic, and it's really helped me get through some of those tough times. That's a great read. You get inside an Army officer's head, what really goes through his mind, when losing a soldier. That gets us up to Whispers of Mutiny, and that, kind of as that name implies, there was questionable leadership at the top of the totem pole in our battalion. So there was a lot of rumors floating around, and we addressed some of the leadership challenges of our commander at the time. And then the unit eventually returned stateside. At least most of them. 5 of them didn't make it back. The rest of us did. And again, I write these books in honor of those 5 that didn't make it back, and the 1,000 soldiers I served with. So thank you very much for following me on YouTube and Amazon books, reading them in Barnes & Noble and military bases. My books are out there everywhere. I really want to thank you for all the support, and thank Yvette today, and God bless.